Good morning, guys. All right, so I'm just here this morning to explain quickly and briefly how, I get people ask this question often, and they'll be like, how much is okay, how much is fine to start trading with? And well, I'm just going to share my own, ideology, my what I feel, my school of thought. So I'm not trying to say that that is what it really is, but that is just what I feel based on the knowledge I have. All right, I've had people say that, if only I have a bigger account, if only I have a small, if only I had a, $500 account, $1,000 account, and then you see people even going for challenges, thinking that with a 10,000 naira challenge account, they would do so much. And they realize that at the end of the day, they would finish the challenge on a loss or even blow the account. So, from experience so far, I've come to a conclusion that it is not really the amount you can start with, that the amount of capital you have, that really matters actually, but knowing what to do, knowing how to trade, knowing how to use your strategies well, knowing how to make good analysis, um using good risk reward ratio, not taking unnecessary risk, and um being able to accept loss on a low level. I've come to realize that it is also about being patience at times and not being greedy. All of these things put together would make you grow the smallest account. I've had to do it again and again. I run this is a Naira account anyway. I'm from Nigeria. This is a Naira account, and most times when I um play straight. When I want to, start a new trade afresh, I would always prefer. That is just how I like it. Anyway, I'm not saying that you must do that. If you have the money, you can put $100, put $500. But me, I always prefer to just start very little and exercise my trading ability, exercise my potentials, and just grow the accounts as much as I can. I just love it that way, and that's always helped me. But then there's a pattern, there's a strategy to which I do that. In synthetic, for those that trade synthetic in this synthetic pairs, you would see, I've seen people grow. Back then, I've had to grow $10 accounts, over $100 repeatedly. But then I don't really do much of indices these days. But I've seen friends that has even broken the record, grown $2 account on synthetic indices, and grown the account to hundreds of dollars. So it's not about the capital you put in. And I always have the saying, you see, if you're giving a $10 account or a 5,000 Nigerian naira account and you can't do anything with it, you can't grow it, you just blow it. Trust me. If you are giving a $1,000 account or 500,000 Nigerian naira account as well, you will definitely still lose the whole money. You will just find out that you're losing and you're blowing the whole thing off. So I personally love the idea of using a small account because it helps me to, like I said, exercise my abilities. It helps me to test my abilities and keep on making it stronger and sharper and sharper. And it has always been of help. So most of the times, it's always very funny when I want to start trading a new trading, cycle afresh. I just deposit as low as 3,000 naira. As 3,000 naira, the highest I've ever had to deposit to trade on currency pairs has been 5,000 naira. And that is only because I need to catch an urgent entry on XU, gold, US dollar pair. But aside that, I always, start with 3,000 naira. There's sometimes like this present ongoing trade. I started it just last week, Thursday or so. Yeah, I think last week Thursday with 2,500 naira deposits. Very cheap, very, very cheap. That's as good as $5. 2,500 naira deposit, and then I have a trade plan to which I go to. Mostly I do fundamental analysis to place my trade. I trade with news, which is something most traders don't do, or most traders don't believe in. And then I know what risks to take with that account and what risks not to take with the account. So when I open a 2,500 naira account, because I find news trading more interesting. I don't jump into technical analysis with a small account because running technical analysis a news could just come up and just, push the trade to the other direction, and then my stop loss is hit, and then before you know it, 1,500 naira, 2,500 naira account has reduced to 2,000 naira account. Before you know it, is left with 1,500 naira account. So I just patiently wait. Remember, patience. I patiently wait for hours till when the next news, and I'm very good at, I make analysis with the news. I'm very good at placing trades and that. So I wait for the news to come out and I analyze it and know what step to take. So once the next major news comes out, that is when I enter. I first dive in the direction of the news for hours. And then that one, so I use regular pairs such as, every other regular pair, such as GU. And then I think when I entered, I think I entered somewhere around here. Yeah, somewhere around here. And then the news probably brought it low. So I initially entered somewhere around here. Price came down somewhere here. It came down to somewhere here. And then I closed the trade initially on this little retracement. So I later entered again, and then price had been fluctuating. It came back here, and now but as yesterday I was on good profits. By midnight, there was a pullback, and now it's a continuation of the trend. So I start with little like that. I just pick, and I'm not always greedy. My first profit could just be 700 naira, and then I'm already on over 3,000 naira. I go for another trade. I probably pick 1,000 naira. Before you know it, I'm already above 5,000 naira. And then when I get to that 5,000 level, my confidence, I feel more safe trading. So at that point, with 5,000 naira, I can trade gold. Gold helps me, to move fast. And see the price is fluctuating, really fluctuating. It helps me to move fast. So after then, I could now, when I have 5,000 naira, 6,000, 7,000, I could now confidently make a technical analysis and place any other trade. Like this GJ here, I'm buying. It's meant to give me like 100 pips. This GE here as well is meant to give me, I think over 100 pips as well, just for the pullback. AU as well has gone. It's going to give me about 100 pips. That's gone about 50 pips already to my TP line. So I start with one trade and then make sure that it's a perfect entry. I don't gamble. I don't play games around it. And then I just try to make sure that 2,500 naira or 3,000 naira account grows first, grows up to 5,000 naira above. Then I confidently begin to take other trades, maximum two initially. Then later, when I start getting towards 10,000, I could now extend my horizon to three. So as at yesterday, I had extended my scope to three. I placed this trade yesterday morning as well. So made in three. I closed some others that were running, and then I had three running. And then I made some profit. I closed. I waited for pullback. I re-entered. I was being very cautious with it, not taking unnecessary risk. And I had my stop loss also set so that in case of any unexpected drama, although since I trade fundamental analysis, I follow the news, so I know I'm always careful when the news is coming out to see when to pull out and when to stay on a trade, especially for a small account like this. So I just do that for a while. And this morning I just placed this trade on gold. I should have placed the trade since last week, but because of the size of my account, I wouldn't want to take unnecessary risk that could just swallow up my account fast. So I needed to have a reasonable amount of equity to be able to trade it. And you can see I have about 14 to 15,000 naira equity already. And then I placed the trade. This trade is meant to give me something good as well. By the time this trade closes, the account will be close to 50,000 naira already. So it's just a matter of knowing what you're doing, being patient, not being greedy, and not taking unnecessary risks, knowing when to opt out of a trade, when to exit a trade, and when to keep on riding the trade. And then with that process, so now that I've placed the goal, I just keep on waiting for it to keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. After a while, I lock profit. I let these one, two, three, the other three to keep running. When they hit TP or when I feel like I don't want to ride them again, I can just close them and focus on gold because I majorly focus on gold. I focus on gold and let it keep running. And when it gets to my destination, it's give me good profit. By then, I'm close to 50,000 naira. My next trade comes in. It might take 2 days anyway. It's don't think it's going to be as fast. So patience. There might be pullbacks again that would be discouraging, but you just have to be patient. As long as you're sure of your analysis, just hold on patiently. Before you know it, price will get your TP. It might take 2 days, 3 days, It might not even get my it might not eat my the whole thing might not eat TP until Friday. But you can be sure that when these four trades, by the time they hit TP, I'm very sure that my 2,500 naira account would have gotten about 50,000 naira, and then I can now re-enter on gold with probably two positions after making a good analysis again. And before you know it, I've gone past 50,000 naira. It's just a matter of time. If I patiently wait, I could grow it to $100, 100,000 naira, 200,000 naira, 300,000. So that is just how I do my thing. And I personally enjoy, like I said, I naturally enjoy growing the small account because it makes me feel like I know what I'm doing, not just gambling or not just trying to take unnecessary risk. I know what I'm doing. I know what pair to trade per time, when to enter, when not to enter. I consider the news as well. I consider the other blocks. I consider the demand, the supply zones, the demand zones. The resistance lines, the support lines. I put all of this into factor before taking my trade, and so once again, it's not really about how much you have to start with, but how good you are, how well you've been trained, how good you are. And with good knowledge, with practice, with consistent dedication, patience, discipline, in a matter of time, even your $5 could end up as, could get you into $1,000. It's just a matter of time. So I believe this video has been useful to somebody. Please, if this video has been useful to you, which I believe it has been, kindly click on the subscribe button. Thank you.